Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Moonlit Reunion. I was wrong yesterday. This is not a K-drama at all. It is Chinese. I just assumed it was K-drama because there's so many of them on Disney Plus right now, and there's not a ton, if any. I don't recall any Chinese dramas or series or it just like that on Disney Plus. If there are, and I already watched them, I'm sorry, I already forgot, but. Yeah, so what we have here is a Chinese drama. It's a fantasy series. It is funny, too. It is also not dubbed in English, so you're going to have to turn on the subtitles if you don't know Mandarin. Not Mandarin, it's Mongolian, I believe. I forget which language. It's either. It said Chinese Mandarin. Sorry, it is Mandarin. So. If you don't know Mandarin Chinese, you're gonna have to turn the subtitles on. And the funny thing is that even though they're speaking Chinese and it's also dubbed in Mandarin, like I don't think the actual actors are speaking their own lines. Either that they just redubbed all their dialogue in post, like they just did it in a studio after the fact. I can't tell the difference other than sometimes their mouths don't match what they're saying. So I don't know if the different people did their voices or not, but either way, it doesn't matter. This is a little strange. Nothing that I was expecting. Each of the episodes, this is from 2025, by the way. It's very new. It's just not even a year old, at least for Disney Plus. This could have come out. No, it's a 2025 series. The first episode's 47 minutes long, a little bit of a kind of an introduction to get to know the characters and the backstory. There's lots of exposition that's sort of thrown in, and there's also on the screen Chinese titles that show up that names the character and what their role is and what they do. When if you understood it, if you could read it, it tells you who they are. And of course, the subtitles do that as well in English. So I had an idea of who everybody was because they do introduce a number of characters. And I am not. It takes place in ancient China. I don't. Forgive me because I do not know the traditions or the history or everything else that went along with ancient history of China. But it is one thing. The set design, gorgeous. Costume design, gorgeous. The digital effects for 2025, when it comes to the creatures, the animals, not as good. The mystical animations and things like that, like the use of magic or revealing something, that those look pretty good. But don't get too wrapped up in, oh my gosh, it's 2025, it's got to be the highest level of digital effects. It's not the point, not the focus of this series, even though it is very much, there's a lot of digital effects in this. Does the cat that wanders around I won't tell you the secret of the cat, but although I might have to at some point, but I won't tell you the secret of the cat because that digital cat doesn't. I've seen video games with cats in them that look more realistic, but anyway, this series focuses on a young woman who is grown up, pampered. She's according to this on IMDb has a bit of a good summary here, and I don't want to. That's the second episode. I only watched one episode. Wu Shen. I really hope I'm pronouncing these Z's and X's properly. Wu Zhen, Lady Zhen, Lady Wu. Sorry, Lady Wu is what they call her. She is beautiful. She is ethereal. She commands a room when she walks into it, even though she's very young, very pretty, and she's unassuming. A lot of people would think that if they didn't know her, would think that they could walk all over her. They could talk over her, but she has a reputation. She is well known. She is wealthy and powerful and single. And people are trying to remind her, you need to find a husband because isn't that your whole purpose in life, young woman? Sure. But she's got her own agenda. She has her own mission. She is a demon, or she is. Okay, well, let me explain this here from what this says in IMDb. Wu Shen, daughter of the queen, daughter, she's a princess, daughter of Duke of Henan, grew up pampered. She inherited demon power after being rescued by her cat master. Mei Zhuyu, also spirit-sighted, trained in Taoism from young, mastering spiritual powers. I'm feeling it was written in Chinese and was translated because it doesn't really flow. But either way, our two main characters, Lady Wu. I'm going to say Lady Wu. It's the easiest way for me to name her and not mess up her name. And then there's Zhuyu Mei, or Mei Zhuyu, depending on what surname you put first or last. I don't know. We're going to call him Zhuyu. Or Mei? M-E-I. He is part of the Bureau of Mystical Investigations. And we get a story from the very beginning of the episode that explains what the Bureau of Mystical Investigations is. It's something that's been around for centuries, for just forever. But as things have evolved in the culture and maybe the people, the mystical investigations bureau might have gotten too good at their job. There's not been a whole lot of sightings of mystical things. Think of, say, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and this is not a one-to-one. This is a very simplistic comparison, but imagine the bureau as the Watchers Council, and imagine Lady Wu as sort of Buffy. She's got her job. Shuju, he has his job, and they don't really know about each other. And they're technically, Shuju, he is one very handsome. Just telling you that right now. He's very handsome, very beautiful man. Why do I say that? Why do I make a point of that? Because he's reminded of it every freaking minute of this show. Just in this first episode, basically the people who work with him, the people, his bosses, his coworkers, his friends, his relatives, they're all just like, well, if Lady Wu shows any interest in him, it's because he's freaking handsome. They're constantly just talking about how handsome he is, and he does not like that. You can just see how uncomfortable he gets. He is a man of discipline, and he's competent at his job. Meanwhile, his boss, Commander Shu, he is a bumbling idiot for the most part. That role of the commander in the Bureau of Mystical Investigations, it's an empty title. It's something that has just sort of, they've kept around from ancient times, and they're seen as people who are called in to wrap up investigations that nobody else can solve, but they can't solve it either. They're supposed to deal with the mystical, and nobody in charge is connected to the mystical aspects. But Zhu Yu is. We discover, I'm not really spoiling a whole lot because you kind of figure, he knows what's going on. He has connections. Just as I explained to in this little thing I read, he's got power. He's got powers, mystical powers, and he uses those to battle evil and set things right. And at the same time, Lady Wu kind of has the same job, but she also sort of is a lord of the demon underworld, who is seeking out to basically capture or destroy demons. Yeah. Do we get to see the underworld? Yes, we do. We get to see a little bit of the underworld. There's a lot. I realize I'm spoiling a bit here, but when you think it's going to be just a sort of a simple bad guy, good guy thing, it keeps turning. There's lots of just little twists and turns in just this first episode, and it's to me it's kind of neat. I had to, since it was subtitled, I had to literally focus on it. And very often when I'm working on these things, I'm working on stuff in the foreground. I'm like, editing pictures or whatever, doing things, prepping the tags and everything else for this episode while I'm watching it. I can listen to it, but I can watch it too when I need to. But this I had to focus. I had to look right at it because I had to read, because I don't know Mandarin. So, and it's despite the language barrier for me, the characters are charming. They're funny. She holds a whole lot of sass. She's clever. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. And she uses her status and her beauty as a weapon in many cases, because a lot of people are just ready to not mess with her. They don't want to mess with her because she's her power, but not mystical power, but her power in society can ruin them. Especially when she decides it's on her birthday. She's gonna, in order to find what she's looking for, she knows that some demon is hiding amongst the community, and so she invites all the eligible men in town to a party where she might be able to choose one. She's not looking for a man. I don't think she needs one. But so yeah, but she immediately connects with Shuju. I really hope I'm saying that right. And again, everybody assumes it's because he's handsome, but I think there's more there. I think she sees something in there. But as the story goes on, you kind of realize that maybe there's a chance she is not as connected, and that there's going to be some point where something that their natures are revealed to each other, kind of like Buffy and Angel. Well, they all knew Buffy was the Slayer, but when Angel was revealed to be a vampire later on, that was, kind of a big thing back in the day, back in 1997. So that's what we're talking about here. So yeah, I actually do recommend this. If you already like Asian cinema, Asian dramas and comedies, this has a lot of everything. It's a romance, of course, too. You can't look at it. I mean, obviously, two beautiful people falling in love. I mean, I'm filming this on Valentine's Day, which tells you how busy I am tonight. I'm filming this on Valentine's Day, so yeah, you're only going to see this the day after Valentine's Day, but if you're looking for a romance with very pretty people and a little bit of comedy, a lot of mystical fantasy elements, this is something you might enjoy. If you're old enough, need something to fill your time between K-pop Demon Hunters and the next iteration of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. Yeah, that's coming soon, and it'll be on Hulu. More than likely, just Hulu, not on Disney Plus. But hey, I say definitely check this out. This is something that surprised me. I figured it could have been a drag. It could have honestly just been, I gotta read so much. Like, I don't mind it when I'm just watching a movie for the sake of it, and it's just sometimes a little difficult when I need to get through this 47 minutes so I can talk about it. And then get to the next episode, which we're going to pick in a second. But yeah. There's enough comedy, there's enough romance, there's enough drama, there's enough fantasy, mysticism, everything else mixed up in this. And there are, according to this, there's 38 episodes total in this series. And do we have 38? Yes, we do. We have all 38 episodes. And they all run about 44 minutes each. Holy cow, that is a lot. But it looks gorgeous. The settings, the costumes, the characters, the effects. You can survive. We don't need to. You'll live with not perfect effects. Okay. So yeah, no, I say definitely check it out if you're into this kind of storytelling, this kind of content. Definitely give the first episode a look, and you might find something you'll really like in this. It's a long series. I don't know if I can't put this down as something I'm ever going to get to watch the rest of, but I think I'm doing myself a disservice by not. So that's my opinion on that. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 61. Really sticking around that That same area. Okay, we got a documentary. Most of the stuff left on this list is documentaries. Series like this, I think we have 5 or 6 more series besides now that we've done this. It's not a lot. But this documentary is, I think it's a one-off. It's not a series, so we'll be watching this next. It's called Operation Arctic Cure. So we got a nature documentary, more than likely from National Geographic, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Operation Arctic Cure is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.